Hi, I'm Candace from Walls of Jericho, and you're watching Behind the Ink on PitCam.tv.
What's your first tattoo and when did you get it?
I have Japanese kanji on my stomach, and I got it when I was 15, and it means love. The funny story behind it is that I have a 13-year-old brother, and I don't know why my mom thought it was a good idea that he gets a tattoo, but he wanted one. So the whole family, goes to the tattoo shop, and he chickens out. He doesn't want to get it. He decides. And so I jumped in, and I was like, can I get one? And she was okay with it. So I found something on the wall, and since I hadn't planned ahead, I figured it'd have to be something that I'd want for the rest of my life. And obviously love is a huge part of anybody's life. And so that's why I went with that. And at that moment, I was in taking Japanese classes in high school. So I kind of fitting.
Okay. And was there a special reason for getting a tattoo? I mean, like a rebellion reason, or was it off count? Or like fashion?
I was 15 years old. I just thought it was cool, honestly. Yeah, no one I personally knew, except for maybe some older kids, had tattoos, and I liked the style. I liked the way it looked, and I was really into punk rock and stuff like that. So I guess you could say it had a little to do with fashion and rebellion.
Have you seen a change in the way people treat you because of your tattoos?
Yeah, for sure. Well, what's interesting is that throughout the years, I've seen a lot of different reactions towards my tattoos. You know, I'd be stopped in the grocery store. People would be appalled at the way I look. Some people would get really excited. I think nowadays, because especially in the U.S., I don't know about here, but we have actual TV shows that are about tattoo shops, like Kat Von D and all that. They've kind of made it very popular and more socially acceptable to have tattoos. And now almost everyone has at least one or two, you know. And it also depends where you go and where you live. I kind of live and I used to live in Michigan. Now I live in Boston. It seems to be more socially acceptable in Boston, probably because all different walks of life come in to live in Boston. But you know, if you lived in California, you don't even get a second look. People don't care because they're so used to it. But I don't care. Okay. I just don't want people to touch me.
What's the best way to take care of a new tattoo?
Oh my God. Okay. To each their own, and you have to know your own body, kind of thing. I personally would go with I wash it, you know, at least 3 times a day with some type of antibacterial soap, the one that's not scented. Then I pat it dry with a paper towel, let it air dry, and then after that I apply an Aveeno non-scented lotion and just kind of keep it moisturized. I'm not really into layering thick A&D or anything like that. I think that they should be able to breathe. And that's pretty much it. I do that for about a week and it's usually healed by then. Keep it covered, don't scratch it, and then after that I just put sunblock on it, you know, once it's healed.
And is this possible on tour? To take care of a new tattoo? I mean, you don't have so much showers and stuff like that?
I've done it. I have done it, yeah. Okay. I got, actually, the one on my neck I got done in Italy, and then me and our sound girl, Jenny, we both got tattooed, actually, in Berlin, on our ankle. I buy my own soap. I usually use a pump soap so you don't have bacteria on the bar, and I just throw a foot up in the sink and just wash it.
Yeah. Okay. In which tattoo store did you make it in Berlin?
Oh.
Do you remember the name?
Honestly, okay, this is a pretty awesome story. Okay. No, I don't, because we'd actually planned on getting tattooed somewhere else that day, and we showed up and the guy didn't show up. So we jumped in a cab and found a place. We go there and we tell her exactly what we want. Now it's a really nice, clean place. She wants to charge us a buttload of money, and I talked her down because I used to work I did body piercing at a tattoo shop for 8 years. So I knew she was ripping us off. So We talked her down. We found the stuff online and put it together. Basically, it's the POW, like for old comic books, and it says PMA inside of it instead of POW, so like positive mental attitude. And so Jenny goes first, right? And the lady couldn't get it exactly the way we wanted, so Jenny, she's an artist, so she drew it up for the lady. The lady traces it, puts it on Jenny. It looks fine. She starts tattooing her, and it's quite possibly like the worst thing I've ever seen. Like, her lines were super shaky. She was going super deep, like all the wrong things. And I knew I had to go next. I knew that I was about to get a really shitty tattoo. But being the good friend that I am, I did it anyways because I thought, heck, forget about it. Like, it's all about the story. It's all about the experience. It's me and her here together. So I didn't remember the place. And it's probably a good thing I didn't remember it.
How do you feel when you see people who have bands, who have tattoos who are related to your band? I mean,
Wow. I'm floored because I am, I don't know, almost like to the point of being speechless because that someone actually like cares enough about our band to dedicate like a part of their body to us. I mean, it's touching, it really is. I know a guy who has got my picture tattooed on his rib cage, and then he came up to me, showed me the picture, and I couldn't believe it, and it was done very well, and he asked me to autograph it, so I did, and he went and he got that tattooed, and then the next time I came through, he actually let me tattoo him, and so I tattooed something else on him as well. So I mean, like it's pretty cool. I mean, I just hope people like our band forever and they never regret it. It's really all I can say about it. Thank you.
And do you have a quote or a symbol of another band on your skin?
Oh my God. Yeah, I have like one, and it's actually kind of covered up, but if you look close, you can tell right there.
Okay.
That was the second tattoo I ever got, and it's a shelter tattoo. And I was 16, and I loved shelter, and but it was done very poorly. I got it done in a basement because I was underage in Canada. In Canada, because I lived in Michigan, so it was like the border's right across. A friend of mine said he knew a guy. I went in there, so sketchy, and he did it, and whatever. I've had to have it redone like a couple times, but that's the only band tattoo really that I've ever got, except for like the whole PMA thing, Bad Brains. But yeah. Okay. I was 16. I still love the band. I do still love the band. That's all I have to say. I don't want to say anything bad about them. So.
What's the most meaningful tattoo you have?
Okay, on my ring finger, right there. I got married like about 2 years ago to Frankie, my husband Frankie, was in Death Before Dishonor, and it's really hard on tour to wear rings and play, so we both decided to get a diamond on our ring finger to represent. Yeah, I'm like, and this is why, because yesterday in Hamburg, I went to the gym and I took my wedding ring off and I left it in the gym locker room. No. I know. It was so sad. I freaked out, and they were closed by the time we called back. But Errol, our tour manager, and the woman that was helping us, they called first thing this morning and they found it. So they're overnighting it to Stuttgart for me. So I mean, I usually don't ever wear jewelry on tour for that reason, because I forget things. And so that's the most meaningful one, obviously.
Have you told your husband?
Yes. He's a very loving and patient man, so he was not mad. He understood, but he was very happy that we found it.
Yeah,
so.
Of course. What would you tell somebody who's thinking about getting a tattoo?
Just, I wouldn't say everything that I have on me has meaning, so I'm not going to go with that. Just make sure that, like, you like it. Some of the things that I have, I just, like, aesthetically find pleasing. I personally like a picture, so just think about it, sit on it, think about it. Just make sure you're not going to regret it. And, a lot of people say don't get names tattooed on you, okay? I did that.
Show me.
It's covered up.
Okay, it's covered up.
It's on my leg.
Okay.
And it has an ex of mine's name on it. Okay. And then Frankie, my husband as well, had an X tattooed on his hand. On his hand. Yes. So the day before we got married, we went to Jimmy Litwalk in Vegas, and he straight up just blacked out the names in our tattoos before we got married, like as a wedding present to us.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So don't do it. Just don't do it till you get married.
Okay.
No names. No names till you get married. I don't believe in that whole like it's unlucky. I just think that you should wait till you make that major commitment before you do it.
Okay.
So.
And did you ever get a tattoo when you were drunken?
No.
No, never.
Oh my gosh, I did. Oh my goodness. Okay. But again, for the story, we all knew we were drunk. We were all at a friend of ours' engagement party.
Okay.
A bunch of us worked at a tattoo shop. So I think there was about like 5 tattoo artists that were there that night, or maybe more than that. And we all were drinking, whatever, and we were telling stories about the worst tattoos,
Okay.
And so a friend of ours pulled out a tattoo of a tooth. He had a tooth that they all did this party where you put your name in a hat, and the name that you pick out is the person that is tattooing you that night.
Oh my God.
Whether they tattoo or not, you're getting tattooed by them. So we all go to the tattoo parlor, tattoo shop. And the guys that actually tattoo set it up. So it's not like you're a complete amateur just like whipping together a tattoo machine. You have someone who knows what they're doing, setting it up, explaining, how to be safe and clean.
Okay.
And so I was lucky because I got a tattoo artist. I pulled this guy,
Okay.
I pulled TJ's name, and he tattooed for a living. And so I can't show you, but it's a skull and crossbones, like right here, because you had to pick it off of a flash, a sheet of flash. But I got to tattoo a lightning bolt on some girl's ankle, and then that also, like, my boyfriend at the time tattooed at that shop as well, and so I tattooed on something on his ankle. So I mean, it was a good time. Like, it wasn't like no one regretted it, but we were all very drunk. And so not everyone's tattoos turned out very nice, but it was a great time, a great story. Yeah.
What are your future tattoo ideas?
Right now, I just had a baby.
Okay.
So that's why, like, we had a huge, like, not a lot of people know, like, we took very long time off. She's 5 months old now, and her name is Patsy.
Patsy. Oh,
Yeah, like,
beautiful.
so like Patsy Cline, and there was a lot of Patricias and Pats, like, in our family too. So she'll be the next tattoo that I do.
Okay.
A Patsy tattoo. I'm not sure what yet. I'm not sure yet. Like, I do love portraits, but then they grow, so I'm not, like, I know it will be her name. And then the tattoo after that is something that my husband and I are doing, and it's going to say, "Get serious." Because both of us are very, like, into powerlifting and that kind. And we're starting to do, like, competitions, and we very much enjoy it. And so it will probably be, like, something to do with, like, weights and barbells and stuff. So get serious.
And when would you allow your daughter to get a tattoo?
When she's 18.
She's 8 when she's 8. Okay.
Yep. I advocate people getting tattoos, but I want her to be old enough to, like, make the right decisions, but you never know. She might not be into it at all. She might end up just being a total bookworm and, like, completely rebelling against us, which, that's fine with me. I don't care. As long as she is a good person, I don't care.
Okay. So thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Candace from Walls of Jericho, and you're watching Behind the Ink on PitCam.tv. Got it?
Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. That was
Have a
awesome.
great